What are you up to, Vic? Trying to find another place to hike with your girls?
No, I'm just looking at the weather forecast for the rest of the week. I got to spray Roundup, and I'm hoping for cloudy weather so I don't have to spend the extra time applying sunscreen.
Are you trying to get skin cancer? You're supposed to wear sunscreen no matter the weather. Cloudy, sunny, cold, hot, it doesn't matter. UV exposure will still get to you.
All right, boys, move on over. The girls are here now.
It's never good to leave you two alone for too long. What are you doing anyways?
Well, I'm just looking up the weather forecast. I got to spray Roundup this week.
What he means is he's looking for any excuse to get out of wearing sunscreen.
Wrap me out again, why don't you?
Come on, Vic. You know better. Didn't that spot you had surgically removed from your ear a couple of years ago teach you a lesson?
It was just a little spot. It wasn't that big of a deal.
No big deal until it's too late. A small spot can be dangerous or even deadly.
Evan's right. My uncle worked on a farm all his life, and it's not that he didn't take precautions. Sometimes he did, and sometimes he didn't. But being safe sometimes didn't save him. He developed melanoma from all that sun exposure and passed away within 6 months of being diagnosed. And the spot was no bigger than a dime when they found it. It scared me straight. I wear sunscreen anytime I go outside.
It's not just UV exposure you have to watch out for either. What do you do when you apply pesticides, Vic?
Not enough, I can tell you that.
Well, that's not true. I don't mind wearing long sleeves and long pants. Heck, I even eye protection and breathing mask. I just hate wearing that dang polyurethane apron when I'm mixing chemicals. And those rubber gloves make my hands hot and sweaty. Those are the only things I don't wear, but I'm covered head to toe otherwise.
Vic, I know they aren't comfortable, but what if you get chemicals on your hands? Or it goes through your clothes while you're mixing them?
There you go, Vic. See if you can try that on for size.
That would look real pretty on you, Vic.
Yeah, it's even my color. You guys are a real riot. I already have an apron, thank you. And besides, I always wash up after I spray.
But that's not enough. When I'm handling coccidiosis drugs for goats, I suit it like I'm going to a biohazard zone. That's some nasty stuff, and it just gets in your system and on your skin. I just don't mess around with that stuff.
I gotta agree with the ladies, Vic. Unprotected exposure to pesticides can cause all kinds of respiratory problems, leave blisters and burns on your skin, even cause life-threatening allergic reactions. My dad got burned once when I was little. He sprayed pesticides without gloves and it left burns all over his hands, even though he washed immediately after. He was out of commission for 2 weeks until the burns healed. You'll never catch him without gloves on around pesticides anymore, that's for sure.
I've been telling him this for years. Maybe now that the younger generation is backing me up on this, he'll listen.
I guess you all are right. I'll tell you what, I sure am proud of these young members of our local farming community. They're real hard workers.
You know, as much as I hate to brag on millennials, I have to agree with you, Vic. They are some workers.
Well, thank you, guys. But unfortunately, that's what it takes these days. I read that stress is a leading cause of problems on farms. I love being close to nature and being outside and all, but it just seems like such a high price to pay for such good luxury.
Ain't that the truth? It's not the farming my parents or grandparents knew. There are more government regulations than ever, it seems, and it's all tedious and time-consuming. At least I can make my own decisions, though, you know?
And that's a blessing in itself. I was talking with my friend from college last week. He farms with his dad and granddad. He was about at his wit's end. He wants to make some improvements, put in more automatic waters on the farm, but it's expensive, and his granddad doesn't want to do it. In the long run, it will pay for itself because it'll bring the farm into compliance, but it's hard to buck the older generation, isn't it, Regina?
That's a tough one, all right. I know he's supposed to inherit that farm someday, but his hands seem to be tied right now. If he can't make improvements now, it'll be so much more expensive later. No wonder he's so stressed out.
When I finished up school, I just decided to go full bore on my own. I had a lot of support from my family, but I like making my own decisions.
But you paid the price for that too. High blood pressure. Farming sure does take a toll on our health.
I know it, and I'll tell you what, I'm trying my best to get my high blood pressure under control, but with Marcia and all my kids, I'm watching what I eat, I exercise a couple times a week, but it's hard to reduce stress in this industry. Farming isn't just our job, it's our lives, you know? How do you separate yourself from that enough to reduce stress? The livelihood of my entire family depends upon me. That's a lot on my shoulders.
Well, when you put it that way, it's hard to believe we all don't have high blood pressure.
Well, I'm sure glad you don't. I worry about it because high blood pressure is associated with so many scary health problems. Aneurysm, coronary artery disease, heart failure, stroke, even dementia. I mean, I already can't remember my kids' names.
Oh, me. You don't even have to have high blood pressure to be affected. I read that stress can cause headaches, nausea, diarrhea, chest pain, insomnia. It can make you more susceptible to colds and infections.
That's why regular family getaways are important for us. I've heard that some older farmers and their families haven't gotten away in years, and that just can't be healthy for them. I love to go down by the pond and have a big bonfire. We try to do that as often as we can. It's relaxing, but it's not really getting away because I can still see all the work that has to get done. So we make sure to take a real vacation every year. And Rosemary, that does not mean going down to an expo show.
I see vacations as an investment. I love Boone County, but I need to get away for at least a week. It takes me a day or two before I really start to feel the effects.
But you still have that phone. I know you don't turn it off, Rosemary.
That's true, Evan. But over the years, I've gotten a lot better about that. And if we go away for just a weekend, sometimes the guys don't even know I'm gone. Funny how you learn over the years you don't have to be there every single minute.
That's a hard lesson to put into practice when you run your own operation.
Oh, I know. And sometimes I'm so busy that I'm lucky to get inside in time for a late dinner. And then I'm too tired to eat it.
I was out there one night over in summer until 2 o'clock in the morning putting up fence. It's a good thing those John Deere tractors have big floodlights.
It's good and it's bad. Now we can work 24/7. Back in the old days, farmers' work schedules were dictated by daylight hours. No wonder we have so much stress, we never stop.
But we make the best of it now, don't we?
And we wouldn't change it for the world.
Exactly.